yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. No pain for their disease. Rage is like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. With gods in the weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make great.
All right, guys, let's get this party started. If you want a reading, be sure and visit my stand store. It is linked in the description below. And as always, we have a fair use, a disclaimer. As you come in, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and share the video if you like it. Let's get it going. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Astrology for Mystics with Jenn. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. I know it's just been one of those, weeks where it's sporadic when I'm going live, and I just don't have a whole lot of time to prepare because I've been doing the kids and grandkid and, and they'll be out here tomorrow too. So yeah. But it's good to see all of you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Yes, thank you guys. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Thank you, Jeff. for letting people know that, we appreciate the support. Be sure and hit that thumbs up. I know, I love the intro. Yes, subscribe, please. And thank you so much, Shauna. Thank you so much for your kind support. I appreciate you guys. Look at April. April is in the house. Hey, April, good to see you. Jill is in the house. Thank you guys for being here tonight. In my intro, I give different cases that I've worked on, some different cases that I've mapped. And then, I try to learn from the astrology, and I try to learn from these types of events, like with Jodie Brooke Anderson, her mom being arrested today. And for those of you that don't know anything about Jodie Brooke, let me just fill you in. Okay, let's get acquainted again, with this case together, and then let's look at the astrology. Let's look at the mapping, because this girl has been missing out of my hometown since 2017. And, Nashville has grown a lot. It just doesn't even look the same anymore to me. I was traveling through Nashville yesterday. We went to 12 South, took little photos. It was so cute. I don't know if you guys can see it, but got in the photo booth, and me and Lily, and we were just having fun. Yeah, $10 for just this. And then, but it was really cool. We got to, walk around and hang out for a little bit. And just have some fun. You know what I mean? Anyway, let me get going on this live, because this is something that is dear to my heart. This case is, because it's solvable. It's totally solvable, and this may be a good break. Guys, this may be a absolute wonderful break for justice for Jodie Brooke. They called her Brooke. All right, let's go ahead and get you guys acquainted with this case, okay? Hold on just a second. Let's do it. Here we go. This is Jodie Brooke. This is Brooke's aunt, Deanna. And you can see that she has been her number one advocate since the day she went missing in 2000. She's been fighting for justice since 2017. Okay, so check it out.
Somebody definitely knows. And when they come forward, it will put my family at peace, finally.
Tonight, a Nashville family confronts the reality they may never see their loved one again. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to News 2 Now at 10. I'm Bob Mueller.
And I'm Haley Bilgis. Today marks exactly 6 years since 18-year-old Brooke Anderson disappeared. News 2's My Owen shows us how they honored her life while mourning that there are questions that have never been answered.
It's an anniversary. No one in the Anderson family likes to celebrate.
It's like living in a nightmare. At times I have to step back, because if I don't, it's going to consume me and drive me nuts.
Tonight marking 6 years of heartache, confusion, and unanswered questions.
6 years is a long time to go to bed every night and not know.
Back in 2017, Brooke Anderson was reported missing after she disappeared in East Nashville. Since then, her aunt has dedicated her life to finding answers. Some she now realizes may never come.
I'm going to find her if it takes my last breath. And I want to celebrate her. 6 years is a long time.
And we're here because we're missing one of our family.
So on Tuesday, a moment of silence. Each lantern, a memorial amongst family.
After 6 years of being in the dark of, is she dead or is she alive? I know in my heart that she was murdered. Everything leads that way.
6 years, 2,190 days, and countless tears ago.
We celebrate her life for whatever short time we had with her. We miss her, and we just want to celebrate her tonight.
And the family is offering up a cash reward for any information leading to Anderson's body. But they say as more time goes on, the harder it is to hold out hope. Meanwhile, Metro Police say the case does remain open, but cannot comment on any further details. Reporting in Nashville, Maya Owens, News 2.
What I remember about this case with Jodie Anderson is she was struggling. You know, she was a struggling teen, missing since June 5th, 2017. I want to say that I've got the 10th. But Brooke was into she was living life in the fast lane. Her mother, you know, I was talking about this. Let me just come on, you know, let me really get my heart out here with you guys. I was reminded yesterday of the past and the addiction that came with it. Not myself, but someone that I cared about. Addiction takes its toll on people. There is a psychosis there. You know, Jill and I was talking about it. Shauna and I, we've been talking about it. There's a psychosis there. And you just, you know, as an astrologer, I can see it in people's charts. So I can't say that it's, you know, gosh, you know, she sure did choose the wrong path. I can't say that for certain. I can't say that at all, that somebody would actually choose to go down that path. Needless to say, her mother was leading her astray in a big way, in a very big way. Her mom was all into selling herself, you know, just doing things that she shouldn't be doing, staying the night at hotels. You know the drill. You've heard about it. You know, I don't need to explain it all. And Jodie Brooke was very young, you know, 17, 16, 15, and she was seeing her mother in this lifestyle, seeing the different ways that they would, you know, could bring in money. And so she really had it hard, you know, had a really hard life. And my heart really goes out to her and her family. No matter what, every person that is missing deserves to be found, no matter what they chose or didn't choose. You know what I mean? They deserve to be found, and they deserve dignity and respect, closure for the family. And that is why I wanted to, you know, talk about her case again. Not that it's, you know, if I was talking about Nancy Guthrie, you know, I'd have all kinds of people in here. If I was talking about somebody else, but it's just Jodie Brooke Anderson. You know, she went missing in 2017. Who cares? You know, but I care. I care. And I'm so glad that you guys are here and that you care enough to hear about it, to see about it, and to just look at our map with me, because I do think that this case is solvable. I think that there is, from what I can remember, she had went missing before she had a court date. She was she was in contact with her mom before she went missing. She was in contact with other people before she went missing. And, you know, when you are in that type of lifestyle, you only have certain people that you hang out with. You know, you only have certain people that you're hanging out with, that you're, you know, there was a lot of personal things that was going on between her and her mom, and, you know, this little circle that they were with. You know what I'm saying? That's about all I can really remember. I remember certain people's names because they're on the map, like this dude named Squirrel, this dude named Martin, Daryl. You know, I just remember certain people's names, and I've got their charts because of the map. I can reflect. I can go back in old messages with me and Deanna, and I can look at, you know, remind myself of who these people are. But there is certain things that, you know, when they come about, like this big news with Shannon, her mother, the fact that she is arrested for fraud, using her daughter's identity, is really not a surprise, because She is sick. People that are in that lifestyle, they're literally sick. They are sick, mentally sick, emotionally sick. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? So let me get back to this. Let me get back to this. So Jodie Brooke Anderson frequented the area of Brick Church Pike and Trinity Lane. So any of you guys that are familiar with Nashville area, Jeff, Seth, y'all are definitely familiar with the Nashville area of Trinity Lane and Brick Church Pike. Not a good area, guys. Okay. Not a good area at all to be in, especially for a young, beautiful teenage girl. She had just turned 18. She had just turned 18 when she went missing. There is really not a lot of details about when she went missing. And as a matter of fact, it was really hard for me to narrow down the last time that anyone spoke to her. And the last time that anyone spoke to her to have, last seen her. Hold on, let me stop my chart right now. The last time was June 10th, 2017 at 1:58 a.m. So I've got June 10th, 2017 at 1:58 a.m. That's when I could track the last time and where she was and the last time at that moment that she was last seen. And it could be that, it's off. That is the last time that I could confirm with Deanna, her aunt, that that's when she last spoke to somebody that she knows of, right? And that's all I can go on. So I've created her map from this place, and let me show you that. Let me actually just show you the map. Here we go. So here is her map, and she would have went missing. Let me go down here, and let me show you the area that she was at. She was at this Circle K. Is that a Circle K? Let me see. Or is that a 7-Eleven? 7-Eleven. So she is last seen at the 7-Eleven. Let me get to the street so I can see where I'm at here. And this is on, looks like Hampton Street. Hold on. Let me see which one this one is. Okay, so this is West Trinity. So West Trinity Lane, for y'all that are familiar, let me get to the intersection here. You may can, so this is the exit. Yeah, Trinity Lane. There's going to Nashville, it looks like. See, yeah, we're going to Nashville. There's the Batman building. There's a Subaru. So this is West Trinity Lane. Let me see what hotels are around here. Hallmark Inn. Let's look at this Hallmark Inn for a second, because this is where they would be hanging out. You know what I'm saying? They'll be hanging out at hotels. Let's see where this is at. Where's my little man? Where are you at? I'm right here. Okay, so I'm right here at the Hallmark Inn. Let's go there. Let's go there since I'm seeing that one. This is the Hallmark Inn right here. And what I want us to take note of too is this. I want us to take note, guys, that today is May 28th. Okay, she goes to Shannon, her mother will go to court tomorrow. And let's know what we know. Okay, let's know what we know here. Okay, let's know what we know. Full moon in Sagittarius is coming on Sunday. So everything that is happening is happening in a reflection of a disordered aggression, of a darkness, things from the past. Sagittarius, what is Sag? We could think of different It's getting hot in here. We can think of different, and hey, Seth, hey, Cinderella, thank you guys for being here. Red light district. Yes, Jeff. Yep. Not at all for a young girl. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. So this hotel would have been a key place that she would have been, could have gone to. Okay, so we want to look at the different hotels. We want to look at anything and everything that would show a Sag energy. And we're going to be talking about that because I want to definitely look at this Sag energy as we are going to reflect in this Sag, on these Sag lines. We are definitely going to be reflecting on these Sag lines, guys. All right. So, and it's all about the courts, judges, long travels. It could have to do with other things too. And we're going to talk about that. Okay. We're going to talk about that. So let me show you now. We'll come back to the map here in just a second. Okay. We're going to come back to the map, but let me show you something. Let me show you Shannon Anderson. This is her mother. Okay. This is where, this is her charges right here. Food stamp fraud. Her court date is scheduled for tomorrow at 9:55 a.m. So I created a chart for that. Definitely created a chart for Miss Shannon, Miss Thane. But let me show you something else here for Shannon. Let me go back. Let's see. Let me go back. So this is her birthday, 11/2/1974. That's her. I want you to see that we're going to go to the view detailed criminal history, but check this out. I'm just going to go slow so you can see her record, okay? We're going to see her record. Now she's got one from 2017 in September 2017. She's also got one from May 31. This is just not her month, is it? It's just not her month. So, we're going to look at some of these because May 31st coming up is the full moon in Sag. So I want to see where we're reflecting here, right? Don't we want to see that? We want to see that reflection there. These case details. Here's another one, 2017. She was very active in 2017 in May. There's July. And she was, we saw that she was in jail 2000, or she's got a record or something for September of 2017. She's got 2014, 2013, 2016, 2023, 2020, 2021, 2026. Those are the ones right now. These are the ones that's open right now, and that's the fraud. This is the fraud. Yeah. So this is where we come to her details, the detailed criminal history. Let's go to 2017. Let's go to May 1st. Let's go to May. May 31st. This girl. Let's see what's going on here because she was indicted here. She was indicted, and this is what she was indicted for. This is what she was indicted for. Y'all see that? So this is what we are going back into time, and we are looking at this with Shannon and her daughter, and her getting her daughter onto this type of living, onto this type of lifestyle. That's where we are reflecting with Jodie Brooke Anderson's case and Shannon. Okay? No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Okay, so let's go back to her map because you get a little bit of an idea of what was going on here. Okay, she was tricked with 2 or more and may represent a vehicle. This is in the parking lot. Okay, so we're right here at the Hallmark Inn. 2 people. So could she have been lured into a vehicle here? Got taken somewhere? Well, there's definitely a vehicle here. I'm talking about vehicles, and there's tons of vehicles right here. There's tons of them. You know why? Oh, hold on. Oh, let's go back. Here we are. We're on Liberia Street, guys. I'm trying to remember if this is the... No. I couldn't remember if this was the auction, but it's not. I don't guess. I don't think. This could be the auction. I don't remember. I think the auction is... I don't think that's it. Don't remember. Let me see. Edgewood. I don't remember. But look at all those cars. Look at all those cars. We can also just keep going. And this Sag energy too is, here's the river. Okay. And so we could go far. It could be a quick movement of energy with the river. But it may not be right here. She may have traveled far. Let me see if I've got... Let me see if I've got anybody else around here with her. I don't think I do. But I just really haven't put a whole lot more into her map for a while. But this is where I'm really interested too during this period of time, is going here into this Virgo area, because the South Node is coming here as well. South Node is coming here. Here's the courthouse. Curtis is if you see Curtis, well, Curtis dark moon conjunct Pluto and Virgo. Curtis is actually the investigator on her case. The investigator, which there's only one, and he's it. All right, let's go to the astrology. Let me share my entire screen with you guys. Let's go to the astrology. The Scumberland, exactly. I was wondering if that was the junkyard, but I don't... It could be a junkyard, but I didn't see it. I didn't see. Okay, so let's look at the astrology here. Let's look. Hold on just a second. Let me share my entire screen, guys. And then... Hey, Nicole, it's okay, honey. I'm really just getting going. It was a spur of the moment. When I saw that today, I was like, wow, we need to be talking about Brooke. I think that this case is so solvable. I'm hoping that it is going to be solved sooner than later for your family. You guys welcome Nicole in. You guys welcome her in. This is the cousin. Nicole is Brooke's cousin. Y'all welcome her in. So I did go back and look at some of mine and your mom's messages today to just try to remember who Daryl was, who Martin is, who Ryan is, just who all these people are. Of course, honey, of course. Just trying to remember who these people are, but I think that I'm getting my head wrapped around it again, trying to remember, especially looking on the map. It's definitely bringing back a lot of memories. Looking at her map, looking at her, just all the astrology. But anyway, let me share my entire screen with you guys. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Ryan. So let me take this off. Hold on, guys. Let me go ahead and share my entire screen with you. Yeah. Daryl is squirrel. Yeah, I remember that now that I'm looking at her map, and we're gonna look at her map. We're gonna bounce back and forth. I'm gonna show you guys my entire screen. That way we can, yeah, Daryl is squirrel. Good to see you, Seth. Okay. So let's look at Jodie Brooke Anderson's birth chart. Shauna, I'm sure you would like to see that. And then the transits tonight. Okay, I want to look at the transits tonight, see how this is expressing itself, what is coming, all that good stuff. And it does look like okay, so I do want to be focusing on that Virgo energy too, because it looks like the South Node, see, the South Node is coming to her Venus, where she's been before with her values and communications with two people possibly. This 257, the 343. So that is coming. Okay, that's coming. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and put it down in our calendar when that's going to come for Brooke. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that right now. So we're looking at the south node of a 343. We're looking at the south node of a 257. So 343 and 257. Let's do it. Let's do it. 343, 257. Hold up. We're going to get there. Going to get there. 343. Right here. So this is going to be Monday, June 8th. 343. It's going to hit me first. We're going into that south node again. We're going back. Oh my God, let me get to hours. Maybe it's not minutes. My goodness gracious. Okay, here we go. June 9th. It's actually June 9th. So the morning when we wake up, June 9th, ooh, I can see it. Okay. Okay. I get it now. I get it. I see it. This 1906, we're about to see that. Hold on. So that's June. Okay, so the 257. So mark that down. June 9th, guys. We're going to talk about that. And then the 257. We're going to talk about what I think could be coming. Because, man, this is so solvable. Oh my God. Wouldn't that be so great? 257. That's going to be June 23rd. Okay, so June 9th and June 23rd. Let me stop this. Oh, yeah. This will be intense too. So June 9th and June 23rd. Let's write it down, guys. June 9th, 23rd, Brooke Anderson. Okay. Also realized 6 days prior Brooke's disappearance, mom arrested for promoting. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yep. And that's what she does. I mean, evidently she procures deals. Evidently, she procures them. You know what I'm saying? Like wow, it's just crazy. Okay, so let's look at this. Let's go back. So that's going to be June 9th, but I want to look at right now again with her. So let's go back. So what's going to happen, guys, is this South Node, we're going to get here on June 9th with her. The South Node is going to sit on Brooke's Venus, and then it's going to come and sit on Brooke's Mercury that is in Virgo. So this is the 8th house. This is about hidden sex. It's about other people's money. It's about children. It's about her child. Okay. This is also about her child. There's a lot of attention on Jodie Brooke, and it's coming. Like, even more so, there's a lot more that's going to come. And it also looks like that there's going to be a weight on, there it is. There tonight, later tonight. Oh, shoot. Okay. So what's going to happen is Hygeia is going to come here. And about this will be in the morning. So is that going to be in the morning? 14:35. Let me see. Hold on. Is that going to be when her mama goes to court? Well, let's see. Where do I got it? Where I got it? Right here. 14:35. Yes. Okay. That's about her mom. Her mom in jail. Okay, we're seeing that. Okay. Let's look back at that. Hold on. I'm thinking, I'm getting it. So she is going to court in the morning. So look at this. Okay, guys, look at this. Okay, so right now, what we're seeing is Hygeia is going to come here. Okay. Hygeia about world health is going to come. She's going to hear communications. Communications are coming to her from two people about her mother opposing her first house about authority and the law. So her mom and the authority with the law is a pattern. It's a pattern with Jodie Brooke Anderson. So it's going to be a pattern. And what's going to happen is that pattern with her is going to come in just a few days. It's going to come in just a few days. And there's going to be a huge weight here with relationships and partnerships and communications. So that would have been a pattern with her. Okay. It would have been a pattern with Brooke where things like this happens to her mother and it opposes her mother, and her mother's relationships are opposing her and the stability and accountability. And as you see, she rises in Sagittarius. So the dark moon is here. The dark moon is here. It's traveling in her past, things of the past with prisons and hospitals and where she went with this Sag energy possibly. And the dark moon has yet to come here at the 2736. So let's look at that too. Let's go ahead and write that down. 2736. That'll be, I think, in September. Let's go. Let's go to months. I think it was 2736. It's going to be right here. Oh, this is going to be August. Okay. Right here. So we get August 24th. So those are three big time periods that I can see that could be something greater. And look at that. There's the 1431 coming in again. The values with mom and kids, mom, and there's information that is coming in. It's really about her mom going far. I can see I'm going to be in transit with this. And I think somebody else is going to, somebody else is going to be in transit with this that I've been looking at. I've been looking. Certain people. Let's look at Shannon. Let's look at Shannon when let's look at Jodie Brooke Anderson when she went missing. So her natal is on the left. Yeah, I hope that she does stop that bond. That is, when I saw the bond, I was like, oh my gosh, really? Hey, witchy mama. Hey, baby. Yeah, Shannon's bond is absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe it. Yeah, absolutely. And you're more than welcome to come up here, Nicole, if you want to come up here and talk. You're more than welcome to. So she has a Neptune and here in the first house. So her Neptune in Capricorn is a critical degree. It's a 29 degree. So we could look at that 29 degree with Capricorn because that could be where something is hidden in woods or even by uh, a business like a hotel or a business, or we can look at that. That is definitely going to be coming in the transits. But see, Shannon, when you look at Shannon's chart, you're going to see that her Saturn and the Pluto were coming against one another when Brooke went missing. And again, this is the last time that I could confirm that she was seen and heard from at a certain location. So that's where I mapped her from. We can see the moon. I want y'all to see the moon, okay? You see the moon. It's a 2742 in Sag. This means, okay, this means that when I put this time down, I could take this moon back to a few minutes, okay, at 2742, and I could take it back to the 2736. And that's where I feel like the dark moon is going to be reflecting, is right there. Is right there where the moon is that had crossed over her ascendant. So that would be, like I said, if we looked on the map, that's going to be right here. It's going to be at the 27. Do I even have it? I don't even think I've got it mapped. Haven't even got it mapped yet. Okay, so it's right here. This Saturn was a 24 Sag. So Saturn was in that, it was in her 12th house, things of the past. And if we look at this line, we're going to go over White's, let's see, what is that? That's White's Bend, Pond Creek Road. This is the Cumberland River. And it's going to be right around here where the missing moon and the natal ascendant is coming in. It's going to be right through here. Right through here. Let's keep on going. Let me make sure I don't have any more addresses going this way. I don't. That's Kentucky Lake right there. Yellow Creek, Charlotte. Clay Lick Road. There's the Harpeth River. There's the Harpeth River. Okay. And then we're going to back to this Cumberland. Club Creek Road. Okay, this is Riverbend. Cockrell Bend, Riverbend. I can't remember who is there or who was there. See if anybody else is showing up here. So I see Kevin. Yes, see, Nicole, I started adding you in. I got one of you somewhere. So this is Kevin. Who was Kevin again? Dixon is your mom's old house? Huh. I don't know if you said if you wanted to come up here, but if anybody wants to come up here, you're more than welcome to, guys. I'm gonna throw down the link. It was Brooke's boyfriend. Okay, Brooke's boyfriend. Okay, Brooke's boyfriend. I gotcha. There's the link if anybody wants to come up. Okay, so her boyfriend gets a shakeup with a relationship here. Is her boyfriend still alive? Like, he gets a shakeup here. So we're coming. This is around where we're going to be coming. Kevin's Uranus. Conjunct Juno. Let me pull Kevin up and see if I can. I got so many Kevins. Let me see if I can Try to find him. He's on the run? Okay. Let me see if I've got Kevin. I'm sure I've got him, but I don't see him. Kevin's not K-Rob, is it? Is Kevin K-Rob? Kevin McMillan? Okay, so it is K-Rob. Okay, that's what I've got him under. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so I'm going to pull up K-Rob again because I can see that he is a part of that Sag energy. Let me look at him real quick. Hold on. Let me look. So he's got a 1936 Sag, and he's going to be shaken up with groups. A 1936. Let me see if that could be another one. Hold on. Let's see. I've got him at 2:38 p.m. Let's go to, so he could be 1937. His Uranus could be a 1934. So we'll start it at a 1934. So 1934 to 1937 is where he's going to be shaken up with the dark moon. With the dark moon. This could be about a GUN. Let me look at, this could be about a GUN. So is he on the run because of that? Did it have to do with the GUN? Let me see. Let me see what you're saying. It did. Okay, that's it. Okay, so we're reflecting on that. So in 1936, 1934, let's look. Let's look and put that in our little database there. See when we can expect a little bit of something. Ooh, it's not far. It's not long. Okay. It's not long. 1934, that's going to be June 13th. That's when it'll start to begin. Saturday. Let's see. Ah. Okay. Let's look at this. June 13th. Let's look at this with her. Let's look at this with her, with Jodie. Brooke Anderson. Where are you at? Right there. Because we know that this is going to shake him up. So whether or not Brooke is deceased or alive, this energy is still going to hit her. Still going to hit her. I can see that the United States, this is a federal. Is he most wanted yet? Yep, he is most wanted. Been on the run since September. Okay. All right. So we know then. Oh, okay. Let's see. I feel like, okay, so the 3:30, so we've already went. So see, the South Node has already come to her Venus. And that would be K-Rob, her boyfriend, her Venus in the 8th house. Is that who her child is? Is he the baby daddy or is it somebody else? Yeah, he's definitely this is definitely federal. So and I can tell that because this 1928 and it's about things of the past and there's two. It's definitely about two. So the moon, yeah, see this moon is reflecting 5th house of kids. So what's going to happen is he's going to be shaken up with groups. And then there's going to be an activation with a breakup with kids' money. Kids' values, kids. Or having something to do with values like money. May not be kids, it may just be attention on him getting busted. And I keep seeing this 1858, and I'm thinking that that's Shannon. I'm going to be looking at her. 24. I can definitely see her connections with the TBI here. $246, 29. I see. Okay. $26. I keep looking. I feel like I'm overlooking something. I know that there's going to be some shakeup with other people's money and the things that are hidden with the investigation. But at the same time, I'm seeing a little bit of something here. Let's go back to Shannon here. Let's go back to Shannon. And June 13th, when he begins to get the shakeup. He has children? Okay. This could be how he gets busted then. It could be how he gets busted. I hope so anyway. I can tell you one thing right now is that Miss Shannon has got Mars is coming against her, has been coming against her, is going to continue to come against her. So um it's Mars is definitely coming against her sun, her Venus with the money and how she shines with, other people's money and the little, selling herself and, doing shit like that. But look, Uranus is going to come against her. Uranus is going to come against her, possibly if she was born around 5 a.m. And I can see that her Saturn, no matter what time she's born, there's going to be a lot of action that's going to be taken. And she's got limits and obstacles. So yeah, I think that it's possible that she is definitely her bond could be revoked. That's exactly what's coming though. Is not just no bond, but the fraud. Because Mars is in Taurus. Mars is in Taurus and it's going to conjunct the moon at a critical degree. And that critical 29 degree is going to be making contact and activating Brooke's Neptune in Capricorn. Absolutely. Absolutely. She's got a Chiron return. She's been going through that Chiron return, hadn't she? And she's still going through it. She's still going through it. Chiron is going to come back, going to retrograde. Let's see, 528. I could have her chart about right. I could. Let's see. There's the investigation. Let's look at this Capricorn energy over here. Hold on. She does deserve all the limits and obstacles. I agree. And I can't say it with my chest out as much as you can because you are in the thicket of the emotions that is tied to your family member. And it just, it's heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. Okay, let's take off everything except this natal. There's Tunica. Okay, natal Cupid is a 29 in Scorpio, Pluto and Sag. Let me go ahead and draw this, these addresses here. Let me go ahead and draw her ascendant and the missing moon, because that definitely needs to be in the map. Definitely. So the 27, that's what I'm going to draw right now, is the Sagittarius is a 240 compass bearing. And this is not astrocartography, guys. I use a different type of method. I don't have a bunch of squiggly lines. All right, so we are going 240, 250, 267, because that's a 27. So we're going to go 267. We're going to take it all to another country. Then we are going to go ahead and get that line where we want it to be. We're going to go to the 27 descendant. So she descends with two people, with communications with two people. And if she's going this way, she could be going far. She could be in the river. She could be in another city, another country, for all that matters. But the Gemini isn't going to go far. It's not going to want to go far. We're in the neighborhood. We're with siblings. We're with cousins. And we're going this way. We're going to be going this way. $27 is going to be a 60. Compass bearing is Gemini. So we're just going to add 27. So that's going to be 87 Gemini. Right there in Virginia Beach, Virginia. But we really don't want to go far. Okay. Let me get this right on top of the Circle K. I mean the 7-Eleven. Okay. So this is her ascendant. This is where the dark moon is coming. Let me go ahead and make a note of that. The dark moon is going to come to the ascendant on August 24th. August 24th. Dark moon here on August 24th. Okay. Now this right here is what's going to matter. Let's go ahead and put that missing there, because the missing moon that I have on June 10th, let's go ahead and put the missing up. Now why it's not saved. We'll save it again. All right. So the moon, let's look at what the moon was doing. It was aspecting Venus. It was in a good standing with Venus. So Venus is all about that money. It's about evidence, okay? Because it's in a trine, so we want to look at Venus as evidence too, right? It's opposing Mars, conjunct Saturn, but I want to look at Venus. I want to look at this trine. I want to see the trine, because somehow, some way, that's where we could find the evidence. There it is. There's the money, the 356. Okay. 356. We're going to do this. We're going to go 30, 3, add 3, because 30 is the Taurus. So we're going to add 3 right there. And the moon was a 29. So 240, 50, 69. It's right before we get to the 270 compass bearing for Capricorn. Okay, so we're going, we could be going this way. So the missing moon in 9th Sag trines first house Venus in Taurus. Let's go ahead and do that green for missing. Make sure that it's where we want it to be up here. Now we're cooking with gas. Okay, let's turn on the addresses here. Going in back. Okay, okay, I did mark the hallmark. I did mark it already. Let's just go ahead and put it down there. So I'm suspicious of the hallmark in. Totally. Let's look at this one right here. There could be a higher learning here. Could have something to do with the GUN or Trinity Lane Liquors. Trinity Lane Liquors is right here. Let's go ahead and mark that. Yeah, Hallmark is very suspicious to me. Very suspicious because, you know, it is a, you know, it's a hotel. The Hampton Inn, yeah. Let's see, what is right here? Yeah, see, it's this one. I mean, it's going right over the liquor store, right over the Hallmark. Let's see what is over here. And this was in 2017. There's no telling what's here now, but it could be. It could be, but no, I'm thinking the Hallmark Inn. I'm gonna go with the Hallmark Inn. Something very suspicious about that. Taurus, there could be some evidence going this way. Tracy Smooth. Remind me who Tracy Smooth is. Brooke was at liquor store so much, hanging out near a laundromat. That's it. That's it. Yes. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so that is definitely it. So we're learning something here. There's the liquor store. And the liquor store is right next to the laundromat is right here. There it is right there. So I think that she was really hanging out here a lot. See, look. Oh, shoot. Where am I at? Hold on. See, there's the cleaners. And there's the market right here. So this is the cleaners. Oh, okay. They're in the same building. Okay, okay, okay. Let's see what's right here. What's right here? So there's nothing here. And I'm imagining that they took dogs, you know, that they did something and checked the woods and stuff behind here. I would think so. And it may not be that wooded anymore. I don't know. I don't think that that's what we're looking for, though. Hold on. Hold up. Let's keep going and looking at these lines for a second because we could be going this direction as well. Let's see what's right here on Trinity Lane. The church. That could be a Sag. Don't think so. Piggly Wiggly. No. I mean, that's a store on the corner. Okay. No, 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 no. Metro Police Academy. Tracy Robinson. Yep. See, this has got a lot to do with K-Rob. Could have something to do with K-Rob and the it's crazy because what's his face lived off of Graycroft. What was his name? He's the one that owned Mustang Sally's. But I think he was in jail in 2017. Mustang Sally. Oh God, what was his name? He was accused of Cinderella. Shit. Thank you, Cinderella. He was accused. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I looked at that. He was accused of Tabitha Tutors. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. He lives. He still has a house. Thank you for that, sweetheart. Thank you, babe. Thank you, Cindy. Smooth. He is who mom suspects. So do I sometimes. Okay, let's go back and look at that. Okay. Let's go back. Hold on. Shit, let me take that off. Trying to remember. This is going Nesbitt, Ronnie Road. Double shooting. Hmm. Hold on. I can't show you guys this address. Hold on just a second. Hold on just a second. I can't show you that address, but I want to show you who this is. Hold on. Terry Luke Smith in Lebanon. Who is that? Because that is coming on the descendant. So where Martin is being held is coming on the descendant. And Terry Luke Smith or Luddock Smith. Who is this, Nicole? Hold on. Let me show you. Smooth's girlfriend. Oh God. Okay. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay. So look, this makes sense why she would be on that descendant. Dark moon here on on August 24th. So when that dark moon comes to her ascendant, what's happening is it's opposing communications with two people. Okay. So I want to look at this. I want to look at her and see if I have her in my database, because if I do, I'm really suspicious of her. So this was Smooth's girlfriend. Yeah, Martin. Yeah, out in Knoxville. So I've got him. Oh, he's out in Knoxville. Okay. Let me put Martin, or put Knoxville. Shit, it's not doing it. Hold on. Because this could be going out to Knoxville too. Let me see. He's out and in Knoxville, Tennessee now. Okay. Knoxville. Let's go ahead and put that there. That's where Martin would be living. Okay, so no, I really want to be right here on her. I'm on her like stink on shit right now. Okay. I'm on her like stink on shit. Recently found out last hotel, Trinity Inn, Smooth and Terry lived there. Trinity Inn. Trinity Inn. Okay, I've got that one. I've got that one marked. Okay. So it'd have been right there. Okay, I see. Yeah. At the Relax Inn. I guess it's called Relax Inn now. Okay, so this is what I'm really focused. I'm focused on her. Focusing on Miss. This is out in, this would be in Lebanon, Tennessee. This would be in Lebanon. Yeah. Yeah, it's 1801 Dickerson Road. It's now called, I guess, the Relax Inn. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. So let me see if I've got Miss Terry. Let's see if I've got Terry. I don't. Damn it. Hold on. Okay, I don't. I don't have Terry. Let me see if I've got it under this. No. Yeah, if you find her birthday, just send it to me. If you find Terry's birthday, send it to me because, and that smooths. That smooths girl. Let's see. Okay, so the dark moon is going to come to him. See, okay, so even the moon, before it came over her ascendant, it shook him up with groups or networking or networking or networking. Let's see. Okay, yeah, he's who I'm looking for. This is who I'm looking for because he's got that 1313 and I keep seeing it. Yeah, he's who I'm looking for. Okay, let's see. Yeah, yep. And see, he's connected the TBI too, and Jodie Brooks' outer will. So Brooks' outer will is the 1414. This is how he connects to the TBI. Let me pull up the TBI again. Hold on. Because I don't think that it's gonna be the same degree, but it's not gonna be the same sign, which really sucks, but yeah, because it's in Sag. Okay, so they're gonna be dark moon is gonna be here. Yeah, so that 1414 is the degree. There's the two people. So it could be the 14. Let me go back. See, when anytime that this energy comes to smooth, well, it also comes with the TBI. And so Terry or Tracy Robinson, where is he? Where is he now? Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, see, I'm thinking that 245, that series, that 245 that he has is wow. It could actually be a 248, possibly. Could be a 248, I think. Let me take it there. Shit. 248. Let me take that there. I want to see what that looks like. If I take that connection and make it happen right there. And the moon would have made contact when she went missing. The moon would have made contact with her and him. This is also possible, but I don't know. Don't know. He was in jail. His ex-wife told the detectives early in the case. Interesting. Interesting. Hey, Little Red. Hey, honey. Good to see you. Hmm. If it's okay to ask, anyone work near a power supply or cell phone tower or anything hitting near anything showing a power supply of any sorts, climbers of towers? I don't think that any of them were working. Like I said, they were Shannon was into promoting a lifestyle to Brooke that was just not you know, that motherly love, you know what I'm saying? It was definitely not there. And it's still not there. But there is something going on here with Terry and Smooth, or yeah, street folks. Yeah, totally street. So, yeah, I'd like to see that girl. There's something about, let's look at when she goes missing and Tracy Robinson. Because I just feel like we could be looking at, I mean, her mom is definitely a POS. I don't know. I mean, I think that it's possible. I go back and forth with, or I did go back and forth with some of these people, especially Shannon, the dude that she was seeing, and Smooth, who is also Tracy Robinson. So let's look at Tracy when I've got it that she is missing. The lunar nodes were at 2744. She rises at a 2736. So the fate, okay, we can even play the tape through when she goes missing. We can even play that tape through to the 2736 with the lunar nodes, and there would have been a fate. There would have been a fate with her. With a relationship, possibly at a homeless camp on June 12th. See that? There's that 1313 again that I see with Tracy, Robinson. I don't see it with anybody else, and he has to have a certain birth time to have that 1313. And then there's this 1157. Let me look. Let me look again at some of these. There would have been a fate with her on June 12th with two people. And we've been here before, and that could possibly be a homeless camp. We've been here before, and it could possibly be about her child. Where's the moon at? The moon is now in Capricorn. So the moon is coming to a critical degree and is going to come to that 29 degree that she has in her chart. That's a 29 Neptune. So the moon is going to come over that Neptune. Let's look at the Neptune again. Let's see if I've got it on the map, because that would have been around right there. Let's go back. Let's see. Yep, it's going right here. Well, it's going right here. An address that I had for Shannon. There's a fate here with her. 2 days. There's a fate with her. I mean, the line isn't this map ain't gonna lie. It's saying something about the moon. The moon is, are we reflecting? That's exactly what we're doing. Yep. So she is, wow. Okay, let's go back. Let's look at, it's a 2939. Let's go ahead and get that moon to a 2939. And it looks like we're going to learn something too once that 2939 gets there too. Hold on. 2939. First it's going to hit there. We're going to learn something. Where did that go? Hold on. There's Selena. 2935. 2937. 2939. So we're learning something at 1:58 a.m. on June 13th. We're learning something. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Okay, so June 9th. I'm going back. Hold on. June 9th. I keep seeing this 1157 showing up too. So that's becoming a pattern. The desires are on Brooke's ascendant here. There's definitely a reflection and a darkness that's coming. And it's already in orb. So we're already reflecting on something of the past. And then the lunar nodes are going to come to that 2736. That's what we were just looking at. Hold on. Jupiter is at that 1312. It's at a station, okay? Then we go to the 14th. I want to see this moon out of 29. 39. Because it's going to come right there on Brooke's Neptune and Capricorn. And that's exactly where I have her mother. And there's something going on with her mother and Smooth. There's something because I see them both in the transit. There's something here. We're reflecting with values. And if she was an IV user, that could be that. That could be that. See what the moon is doing with Jupiter up there. So it's not making anything. It's squaring Venus. It's squaring Uranus. So now we're squaring Venus and Uranus. There's a shakeup here with money. Something about money. See, Neptune is at a 14-15. That 14-14, the 14-13, you know, whatever he's got that is connecting to the TBI and Brooke, that would have been, this would have been the day before. Oh, shoot. No, it's June 8th. June 8th. She's not seeing things clearly there. That could be when she gets busted or something. And then it stations at a 14-15. The Neptune is going to station. Shannon. That's it right there. The natal Saturn in Taurus that's going this way. That's what we're looking at right there. This is where the Venus is going. And so the Venus, right? The Venus was, see what it was that day. Hold on. Venus is now at a 6, so it's not going to move that far, but it does. I mean, we're going to go right here. There's something up with Smooth and Shannon. That's what I'm thinking. There's a square here. Y'all see that? There's a square. So Venus is coming into a square when she goes missing on the 10th anyway. It was a trine, but then it becomes a square. Oh, the moon was yeah. Then it becomes a square. Or that is, anyway. I've got this on Rowan Court, Baldwin Court. There's the Family Dollar. Storage. Nope. Nope. Something happened to do with her mother, and I think it's going to have something to do with her mama. The hotel, the Hampton Inn, or Hampton Street. The hotel here. What is that one? This is going to her mother as well. So it goes to her mom, but before it even goes to her mom, it goes to this hotel. The Regency. Okay, so that's the Regency Inn. Yeah, I agree, Shauna. I think it is too. So that's what I'm wondering, Nicole. If there was something that happened at one of these hotels, and I just wonder if it had anything to do. It could have had something to do with her mom too, but that the hotel is going there first. So the natal Saturn that is squaring this Neptune in Capricorn, the Capricorn should be a business. Okay, so that I'm pretty sure that that's what we're looking at here. It's either this one or this one. It's one of these hotels. Something happened, and this is could be where they went. Because look, we've got. I mean, this is. ah, the moon is coming right here over that ascendant. It's opposing two in communications, and could have to do with a GUN. Definitely have to do with the GUN. Here is where I think that the square is showing up right through here because, back then they could have possibly gotten some type of footage if they had any cameras. You would think that these hotels would have cameras. And you can see, guys, that there is this one right here is a Quality Inn, I believe. Best Western. Red Roof Inn. Look at all these hotels, though. So we're definitely seeing that the hotel money, things that are hidden. I want to go this way. Let me turn on Tennessee. Curtis is going that way. Curtis, Venus in Capricorn, trine Saturn in Taurus. Venus in Capricorn, trine Saturn in Taurus. There's Locust Street. Where would there be? Is there a hotel here? No, I don't see a hotel here. Okay, hold on. Let's see what's here. Contractors. This looks more industrial. And we're getting to her missing line. This is Locust Street, guys. So this is Locust Street right here. And we can see that it definitely does look like it's very thick back through there. there's a lot of thickness of lots and lots of woods right there. So, I mean, that could be. Let me look at this area right through here. Okay. Right through here, back through here. Let's look at that. It says stop. What is this? There's a gate right here. What is this back here? Jeff, do you know what these are? What in the hell is this, man? What is back here? What is this? Do you know what this is, Jeff? Yeah, this is giving me the creeps. Okay, so let's go back. Let me see if I can find it on Google. Maybe if I look right here, it'll give me an idea. This right here is definitely heebie-jeebies. This area back here. Look at this. I don't know. So this is, let me look. Dino Noble. Definitely a lot of construction. 226. Meeting agenda. I think so too, most definitely. Most definitely. Let's see. I don't know what this is. Ryan Holmes? That didn't look like Holmes to me. Hold on. Let me see if Jeff is asleep in there so he can wake up and tell me what this is. Hold on. Like, Jeff, we need you. We need you to tell us what this stuff is. What are these? What are these? Like, what the hell is this? Let me go wake him up. Hold on. I think it is. Poor Jeff. What are these little squares here? On this road. And then if we keep going, look. Square, square, square. It's a whole road of them. If there's a subdivision that's being built here, what would that be? Would that be something having to do with the water? Dino Noble? Let's see. Uh-oh. Ruh-rohs. I think that's what it is, yeah. Interesting. Oh, shit. Lebanon, Tennessee? Yeah, it says that they are 205. So I've got that's right there. That's right there in the same general area. And I don't know if I think that, it would be a good thing to go and see if if any of these properties are still there or what this area even looks like anymore, because this stuff be growing big time. But this, I think, would be a good little area to check out, and just see. Because this says Dino Noble. And I'm just wondering if that has anything to do with what we're seeing that's back up here that's gated. Right here. Yeah, they're a manufacturer of the booms. Let's see. Yeah, that's a spot to check. I think so. I think so. Let me see. This is it's a 3. That was a 3 to 6 Taurus. Let me look at Tennessee. Let me look at TBI. A 3 to 6 Taurus. Yeah, the TBI has definitely got that there. Let me look at 3 to 6 Taurus. Oh, wow. Look at that, guys. Okay, so this is where it would be. Her moon conjunct Saturn. Her moon conjunct Saturn. That's exactly where it would be. Yep, her moon conjunct Saturn. There's her Saturn. Her moon is right here as well. So the Venus is coming here. The Venus is going this way, giving her limits and obstacles with a place of business, making money. So let's go ahead and mark this hotel. Let's go ahead and mark this one. Because that we could be looking at that business or we could be looking at this hotel. That noble energy with the explosives. Let's look. Hold on. Executive residency. Well, she would have a step up right there. Executive residency. So we're definitely going here with some money. We got limits and obstacles with money. Okay. This is the McDonald's. This is the McDonald's. Let's go ahead and mark it. Because there could have been something that went down here at the McDonald's or somebody that works there. We're going this way, guys. I think we're going this way. There's the hotel. So we've already found we got 2 businesses. We got McDonald's. We got executive residency. And the reason why I'm saying business is because there's something to do with money and a business. There's Locust Street. All my sons moving. What's right here? What's across the street? Springfellow. I'm not jiving with these though. I'm thinking we could be right through here. Something having to do with money. Let's go ahead and go down into Ewing Drive. Let's look at this. Ewing Drive. I was just there. Not, well, where was I? I was at the music store right through here off of Ewing Drive. It's right here. I was just at this music store, guys. Damn. Where'd it go? There's a music store somewhere. Doesn't show it on here, but it is. It's in the strip mall. There it is. The corner music store. I was just there. Right here. You mark it so I remember where that's at. Corner music store. Trying to get an adapter for Lily's little microphone. Okay. What is here? There's no telling what it would have been like back then because everything is changing so much. Like everything is changing. It's wild. I am, girl. I'm following that. Ewing Drive is on her NamUs. They won't tell us why. Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's look a little closer on Ewing Drive then. This is her Saturn. Okay, so this was a major challenge. And this is where they were going. This is where they were going. This is why she was having problems with money. Something happened to do with money, something stolen, could be something that was stolen that, there was definitely evidence. There would be evidence going this way. So if we're looking at, not knowing, what would have been here in 2017, but let's just say that, no, I want to go right there. I want to go right. I want to look at that one right there. Walker's Cafe and Grill. And then what is over here? The car wash. So right through here, this car wash, Walker's Cafe and Grill. That's the corner of Ewing Drive, but we're not really, let me turn on. Let me go back to him. Let me go back to Tracy. Because I want to look at this Taurus. He shines there. Okay. That justice, though, this is where I want to be. This is where I really would want to be, I think. That justice. Let's go back. 13. That's the 15. A 14. The 14 Taurus. So the 13 and the 14, that's her outer wheel. 13 and the 14th. So we could even go in between here and here. That would be Broadmoor. Would be going closer to Broadmoor. No. Let me pull up Curtis. Because he is he still the investigator that's working on her case? Makes total sense. Yeah. Let's look at this. Oh, no, that's wrong Curtis. Wrong Curtis. Curtis Halfley. There he is. Is he still on her case? He is. Okay. Curtis. Let me just look at him real quick. See what Taurus he's got. So he's got a lot of energy for the 7. Mars is coming here. Mars is going to come here. Mars is coming, Curtis. He's got the 1157. Look at that. It keeps showing up. Curtis. What's going on? What's going on, buds? Keep showing up. Interesting that he is still on her case. Let's see who else got the 1157. I'm looking for it. That's for damn sure, because I'll be seeing it. You look at Tracy at 1157. Let's look at K-Rob. I'm just doing a quick one, you guys. I'm not pulling it up. I think Venus at 356. Venus at a 356. Where did I just see that? Hold on. Where did I just see it? 356. Who did I just see that on? I just saw it. Who did I see that with? It would look like a 357. Was that Curtis? Nope. Daryl? No. See, that's a trip because Venus, what was happening is Venus was opposing Shannon's Mars. Excuse me. Venus was opposing Shannon's Venus. During the time that Brooke went missing, Venus was opposing her sun, just like Mars is opposing her right now. And I've got to, there's a letting go with the 3 and the 4 of Taurus. All of this is opposing her. And Venus would have been opposing her. Hidden sex, money. So that 3. And Curtis Saturn. Hart Lane. Ben Allen Road, but we're going to Broadmoor. We're not in Ewing. We're not at Ewing unless he's got like an outer wheel that's right here, which is possible. Venus would have been opposing K Rob. All of that, all of this. Pluto, Ceres, Vulcan, Venus, Mercury, all of it. He's got a 9 and a 12. Her Chiron is in Aries at a 21. Ooh, what? Who did? He actually set Shannon up. Who set her up? Who set her up? You think, Nicole? Who do you think set her up? His Venus is Tennessee Chiron. His Venus is in good standing with Saturn and Taurus, so this is about money, possessions, slowing his work down. So Ben Allen Road, right through here. What is that? This could be a Saturn for him. Says POW. Ben Allen Road, 233 Ben Allen Road. Oh, to lead to arrest. So that's what Curtis did? Curtis set her up? Huh. Interesting. Plumbers and pipe fitters. That's a business. Saturn. So his Saturn is here. And his Venus that's going to Ewing and Ben Allen and Broadmoor is going right over this hotel. Going over this hotel, over this hotel. Let's take him back. So we're going over the Hallmark Inn, the Regency Inn, and we're coming this way. And I want y'all to see something right through here. Let me see if I can get right there. I can't. Dang it. Because the Saturn is going right here, right over that creek. And the Taurus is something else I want to take note of is the Taurus and the Scorpio could be this water system right here. I'd want to see what this looks like right here. Maybe I'll look at that next week. Shit, we may look at it Saturday. We're going to be in town Saturday, Jeff, so we might as well. So that could be, I mean, we got to keep that in mind too. So a Taurus, that could be it too. That's what could be slowing his work down is the water system right there. That would be also a Libra. It would connect to a Libra line. Let's see, what else do we have right here? Is there another? Is that a shadow or does look like a shadow? No. Am I on the wrong side? Let's look that way. So no, that's a wall. Okay. Shadow. Let me look from here. No, okay. Harmonica Street. Let's keep following this one up. Hold on. Because if they're thinking Ewing, but so we know she wouldn't be at the corner of music store. It's going to be right here. If they think that she was last seen on Ewing, then I'm going to guess it's going to be right here at the car wash. J&W car wash. Right there. That's the grill. Walker's Cafe and Grill. I mean, it's what's Walker's Cafe and Grill on Ewing. Mm. And then we've got excuse me. Let's see. Oh my God, I saw that one too. But it probably wouldn't have been that back in 2017. It would probably been something else. It would have been something else because I don't see what's that. Yeah, this would have been, I think that this would have been something else too, this right here. So we've got the cafe and grill on Ewing. I know that the corner music store has been there a long time, but this is also showing that it could be, this would have been right around where she could have allegedly been seen or where they are tracking something, the law enforcement is, that is. But because Curtis has his Saturn going here in Taurus and he hasn't been able to solve her case yet, it could be this area. So we're gonna go, here's Ewing. So we could be looking at Broadmoor, Ben Allen Road. We could even keep on going, you know. We could go up here to Old Hickory, New Shackle Island, Madison. Let's look up here. Let's look at Madison. Let's see what we can find up here, if there's any hotels up here. Because she could have went to another business and he's not seeing it. But this, Madison is also another, place that that's Walgreens. I know where that's at. On Neely's Bend. Because Curtis, we would be looking for his Saturn in Taurus. We're going to be looking for a business that he doesn't see. Oh, it's not Locust, it's Lemuel. Lemuel. You're gonna look on Lemuel Street. Lemuel. Let's look down this road. Let's see what's right here. Oh, that's the big church. There's always been, and there's really, really bad. This is a really bad area now that's full of homeless people. It's really sad. Let me turn my little man back around. Yep, this is the big church. Nothing. Let's see right here. Billiards club. Okay. There's the billiards club. That's where you go. Shoot pool. And I'm pretty sure that billiards club has been there for a long time. A long time. And you know what? Shit. That's railroad tracks. So we want to track that too. The railroad tracks. I'm going to put that there because got to remember that the railroad is there. That's a good Saturn. Now let's look here. Let's look behind this business. What is this? Because we could have come back here, right? This would be a good little area back here. Of course, there's homes. But still, am I in the parking lot? No. Yeah, I am. Okay. Let's go down. So there's Save a Lot, Shoe Show, City Trends, Planet Fitness, Family Dollar. Huh, okay. Interesting. He definitely looks out of place. Dude, where'd you come from? I mean, you don't have much on you with a backpack. See, you can go back here. And you got railroad. Okay, well, I think that's this is Due West Avenue. And that's where his Saturn is crossing. And I've got that his Venus is Tennessee's Chiron, which is a 22 degree. That's in Capricorn. Okay, so that's actually going this way. His Venus is going this way. Well, over the hotels, right? That's where his Venus is going. Eaton's Creek. And it's gonna be it's gonna be by Martin's. I remember that. So she could have been taken out here. And if that's the case, she would be found right around here. Right by Martin's at Old Hickory Boulevard. And possibly even Eaton's Creek. Right through, it'd be right where Tennessee is. Some of these woods back here. Eaton's Creek. Drake's Branch. That's right off of Briley. So that's going to Martin's, okay? So that's also going over there by Martin's house. This angle is also going by Martin's house as well. So let's see. There's the railroad. Railroad is coming this way. Just gonna see if I have anything else for him. Do I only have one? Curtis? I've got two. There's another one right here. This is where all the energy for the South Node is coming. All of this. All of this, this is where the South Node is going to come back. So let's look at Curtis here. We're coming back this way. It's where he has a lot of disordered aggression about things of the past. Right through here. Right by that marathon. And the interstate. Now we're going right here. There's a lot of disordered aggression that Curtis has about things of the past. The broken spoke. Let's mark that. You're near Eaton's Creek? Oh, yeah. I was just looking at Beeman Park. Okay. Oh, that's Jolton. Jolton. Is that Jolton? Are you in Jolton? Yeah, so you're right. You're right through here. This is where that Neptune and Capricorn, so it goes over Shannon's and that keeps on coming up here. And this is going to be her Neptune. So it would be, and see, here's Martin. So Martin is not, Martin doesn't live, or Martin didn't live too far from you at the time. Yeah. Every time you say Ewing, Jen, I'm thinking earwing. Dang, thanks. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So that south node is coming this way. Well, and I mean, this is the Nashville Detention Center, so I guess it is the detention center, but we are coming over this dark moon with Pluto in Virgo. We are definitely coming over the river, Woodland Street, Jefferson Street. This could be where, we've got tons of homeless people right around here as well in the downtown area. We're going into 2nd Avenue, Wedgwood, Berry Hill. That's interesting that we're going back this way. I'm not sneezing, I'm coughing. I'm coughing. Oh, shoot. Oh, my good. Could there ever be such thing to drain that? No, girl. They ain't gonna drain that big, nasty. No. No, ma'am. They ain't draining that one. No. Brooke shines here with health. She teaches here, learns. Davidson Street. There is there's the railroad tracks right there too. Railroad tracks. Yeah, I'm not. Where is Daryl? Where is Daryl through here? Daryl's Virgo sun conjunct Jupiter. This is what Daryl would teach. Any law enforcement that would talk to him about Brooke's case, this is this is what he would teach. He would teach something here on this angle. And I want to say it would have had something to do with Ryan. But we're coming back into this this conversation with Daryl.
I know, girl. Imagine all the shit that they would find in the Cumberland. Oh my God. Yes. It does have a dam. Yeah, so much would be found. It because it is a huge river. I mean, it's just it's absolutely huge. Let me take Martin off. What is this? You know, this would definitely be see the Cumberland goes this way. Martin's south node conjunct Jupiter, conjunct Uranus, all in Libra. Mm. See, Martin has his Pluto in Virgo, and it's opposing his Chiron in Pisces. Then we go up the river where she should be going if she would have been in the river, and this is where he would have went before. So if they would have weighed her down and put her here, let me see. Where's Martin? Martin right here. Okay. I'm trying to track her by Martin to see if she would have been in the river. Oh, okay. So Martin's Mars and Scorpio conjunct Neptune and Scorpio. So there's Tennessee. Oh, I remember. I was hooked on. Okay, I've already been hooked on this place, on this area. Right here. 24 Scorpio. The natal Pluto and Sag conjunct Cupid. The 29. Okay. There was something going on with her and Martin before she went missing. This could, and whatever it was that was going on, like a few days, 4 days or whatever, on June 7th, 8, something like that. This area right here. Let me see if that's a hot spot. Let me make that a hot spot right there. Right here. Let's keep on going. The river. Now we're going to go here. Property of Exxon Mobil Pipeline Company. Mobil Exxon Pipe. Hmm. We got them right there. So, and it's around this bend where, shit, is that where, hold on. Is that where Raleigh string was found? Oh my gosh, Raleigh was found right there. That would be, so that is going to be a really good place to get hung up. Because you can't be weighted down for, forever. So I'm going to make this a hot spot. Right there. And around this bend. Can get caught up on some brush. It's been a long time. So we're just going to keep on going. Now we're going to get back. Yep. We're getting back. Rock Harbor, Charlotte. Uh-oh. Now I see. Okay, now I see what this is going to. Huh. Martin. Let me pull up Martin. I know I'm flip-flopping back and forth with people, but it's just because I think it's Martin Robinson. Is it Martin? Hold on. Yeah. See the moon. So the moon was also in Sag, right? So the moon would have reflected with Martin on an investigation, with a relationship, could have something to do with a GUN or anything having to do with courts. He would have learned something and been reflecting on a relationship and an investigation. So that's what Martin was reflecting on when she went missing. And the moon would have been opposing, right? It would have been opposing his dark moon. So the moon in Sag at a 24-degree is going to be opposing him with an investigation, with a relationship. No doubt about it. That's exactly what was happening when she went missing. Hmm. What a mystery here. I think keep on going with the Cumberland. Because that's the way it's going. It's going to go up around Clarksville. And then there's Curtis's Venus. Right there. Interesting. Let me look. Oh shit, Deanna's right there. So this is a So this is a 22 Capricorn right here. The Venus. Right there. Cheatham Dam. Rock Harbor. Shannon lived there. Shannon lived there at Rock Harbor. There's Eaton's Creek. So Shannon used to live here. With Shannon and Martin, did they do any business together, Shannon and Martin? Who did Martin do business with? Yeah, he would have definitely got a hit out on her. You know what I mean? He could have definitely done that. Yeah, Cheatham does. It gives you the chills. Hmm. I think for the full moon and Sag, we're gonna have to be talking about this. Got a bunch of girls coming to my house in the morning. I'm gonna have to pick this back up, but I'm very interested in just going back over all of this. And even, going back and looking at this, because when you just don't see missing dark moon, she was tricked with two or more, could represent a vehicle. I think she was tricked by two or more people, and there's something happened to do with the GUN or river, Cockrell Bend. It seems to me like I just need to map more of Curtis because he would be the one he's still on our case. So he's going to him in Tennessee. I want to see, him and Tennessee are really meeting up right here. Big time. Big time. It's over these hotels. And Martin is shining there. Martin is shining there. He is definitely shining here. And there's a reason why I think. It's because he could have Martin is shining there. Brooke has limits and obstacles here where he shines and where he communicates with two people at least. Networking, doing his thing. Martin. So this is where the Venus is, right? This is where the Venus and everything is. This is where there should have been evidence collected there. Or eventually there will be evidence that comes back to there. Let's see. Yeah, I need to just fill this out a little bit more. Jesus. Yeah, thank you, Nicole, for coming in here, honey. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys just listening to me look at this map. Brooke, as this right here is just amazing. It's just amazing because it just seems like it should be so you know, it should be solvable. I think that it's solvable. I definitely think it's solvable. I definitely think it's solvable. I just don't think. See, Pluto has just come to her Pluto. It just activated her own Pluto with how she brings in money with hidden sex in groups in the future, the containment, a possible GUN. Martin and Shannon did business when Brooke was like 13. Okay. That makes sense. That definitely makes sense. And I think that we could be looking at a hit. And it would have been somebody that's close to, that got close to her. That was either close to her already or somebody that Martin networked with to get closer to her. And I just can't remember who all Martin was friends with. Just can't remember. I gotta look back through my notes. Yeah, thank you, Shauna. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. I do have, like I said, I've got these girls coming. They'll probably be here at what, 10 a.m., something like that. And so we'll be doing that tomorrow, and then Saturday we got to go to Nashville. So I may record some of the places that I've shown today while Jeff and I are in Nashville. We may do that before we come back home. Depends on how quick we get it done, and who knows, while he's doing that, I might go by myself. Well, he won't let me go by myself. And I don't blame him, but I would like to go by there, maybe record it for you guys to see it. I don't know, but her case is, she deserves to be found. Her family needs closure. So I appreciate you guys being here, supporting the channel, supporting the map. I know that a lot of people haven't heard of her. I didn't do a bunch of hashtags or anything like that. I just wanted us to be us, just us here tonight. Anyways, I will be talking to you guys soon. We'll look at this again because the full moon in Sagittarius, the full moon is going to be coming over. It's a 9:55, but it's going to be coming and making contact. Coming over her ascendant and opposing her relationships with two people. And we know that is going to Robinson and his gal. You always make it click. I do, somehow, some way. It comes around like a donut. Yeah, Jill. Yeah. We could even go look at it when you come here too. When you come here. If you're still able to come on, that would be cool. Yeah, y'all have a good night too. Love you guys. Peace out, guys. Have a good one.